One of the things I want to do is start putting together a video on the restoration of this American lathe. Now, um, I have done some videos on cleaning up some of the parts, but they were kind of basically those parts were incorporated into a rust removal product review. Um, so I need to get into the actual lathe restoration. I started tearing it apart, as you can see. So kind of part of this video is going to be a little bit about that. I've kind of neglected because what I've been doing is coming over here and just kind of because I do not have the O&M manual, I've been coming over here and trying to, uh, figure out what all these levers are for, what they go to, how the thing is put together, how it can be taken apart, how this chuck is going to, how the chucks come off. I've got to get all of that electrical equipment for the motor fixed up. There's a bunch of boxes back there that has some relays relays in them, and relays probably in a fuse box. And I need to get that taken off. I need to get the motor stripped off of there. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So this is going to be the beginning of that video series. It's probably not going to be in order because, again, some of the parts were used in the rust removal product review. So if you want to see the tooling and stuff, I'm going to throw a quick video in of some of the tooling, but if you really want to see that part of it, the rust removal, you can go visit that video. But this should be the start of it. One of the things that I'm doing on this is just trying to explore some different features of it. And as I did it, kind of noticing things like the plate for the size, the 16-inch size, is actually screwed onto the machine. Now, I didn't have trouble getting the, see, I got this one too. I was going to say I didn't have trouble getting the first screw out. Regular old flathead, just a machine screw, tapered countersunk head. Yeah, pretty nasty under there. What I'll do is I'll clean this off. I'll go put it in the parts washer, clean it off, and I'll strip that too. Take a look at it, probably paint it, and maybe highlight that 16-inch with gold, and see what it looks like. See if that's the way I want to go with it when I try and restore it a little bit. But I'll bring you back. I just kind of wanted to get a shot of this. I think even before I put citrus strip on it, I'm going to take it over to the wire wheel and do it. I put it through the parts washer, and there's a bunch of crud on the back of it. Plate is fairly heavy. I'm going to say it's cast iron. But I just kind of wanted to get a picture of it. It almost appears to me like there was gold. highlighted on the letters, but it could be the light or my imagination too, but um, I'll take it over. I'm gonna just stick the screws back in there so I know what was in there and where they went to. Um, some of the other plates are going to be a little harder because they're riveted on. For example, that plate right there, that's for the feet or threads. That plate's riveted on. So is a plate down here. Now this one is screwed on, but and then there's the one up here that's riveted on also. But anyways, I'll bring you back. This is just kind of a add-on to the lathe video. I actually think I have shown these parts in rust removal series, but like that is that 16-inch plate that I got cleaned up. I stripped it and with a citrus strip and cleaned it up. These are the toolings and stuff that I've cleaned up. Live center, candlestick tool holder, tools. But anyways, just kind of an add-on to the video about the badge removal. I put some of the citrus strip on this leg yesterday. As you can see, it's probably not the first time that I did it. Actually, this one spot has been done. This will be the third coat on it. So, but I think that's the original black paint under it. It is. And I'm not necessarily looking to get that off. I'd like to kind of leave that black base on it. I can let it dry out after I strip the rest of the paint that's been painted over it. That is the original finish of the lathe. It was black, and I think there was gold accents on the lettering of everything. So I'm probably going to leave that on. Leave it on as much as I can, and then just sand it down and paint over it. As you can see, the stuff does work pretty good. So basically that's the second coat, except for this one area. And it doesn't, I'm not sure how they coated it back then, but for some reason that citrus strip doesn't want to touch that, or doesn't touch it very much. It does peel off a little bit of it, but it really doesn't take it down that much. Whether it was the kind of paint that they used, it was probably a lacquer based paint back then. This is the first time I've ever used that citrus strip. I've seen other guys use it on machinery, and I thought I'd give it a try. It does work pretty good. But I'll bring you back. The ways after I cleaned them. This is the attachment, the part of the attachment for the tapering attachment on the American Lathe. This is the part that kind of secures it to the ways of the lathe. It's made out of cast iron, and when I took it off and cleaned it up, I noticed that it had been brazed. It had apparently broken, and they brazed it back together again. I know it's not very clean, but I gotta tell you, it's a fairly good job of getting it back together in a good manner. I mean, it's pretty good. What I'm gonna do is just clean it up with the sanding wheel on the grinder and see if I can smooth it out a little bit. I'll bring it back when I'm farther. So that's what I've got. I mean, there is a couple of little valleys in it, or where it didn't get filled in all the way, but it was originally cast iron, so I'm just going to paint over that probably and let it be like that. It's kind of probably once it gets painted, it'll look like imperfections in the casting, so I'll just leave it like that. But again, I've got to tell you, those guys, whoever brazed that thing, did a pretty good job of it, so I'll bring it back.